Hi there, my name is David Bennett, and I'm the creator of the Mass Optimized Web Page Generation, or MOWG system. And I just want to assure you in this video that you're in the right place. Many of you already know that you need mass web page generation software to make your websites large enough to be authority websites for whatever you talk about in Google's eyes. That way you can get to the front page of Google for all these different searches people happen to do every day. There are a billion searches on Google a day and rising, and there's probably at least a few people per hour who are searching for you, but they're typing different things into Google related to you. And in order for you to show up for the majority of those searches, if not all of them, then you really need to have a large website. You can't do it with 5 or 10 or 25 pages because you have competitors with websites that have 150 or 400 pages and they have more content about the same keyword. So you need to create quality pages like they have, and you need to have more pages than they have, and not just a few more pages or they'll catch up with you, but you need to be able to push a button to create lots of pages, and that way you can win all the keyword combinations you need by being the biggest site about the topic. Now, all of this sounds pretty incredulous, right? I mean, how do we even know that this is Whitehat? So let me just reassure you that real quick in this video. Then you can continue by looking at the cases that we show you on this page for front page results, and you can understand what's going on. And then if you want, you can get the MOWG trial key. This will just take you to the link at the top. Just sign up for that. We don't ask for a credit card or anything. It's just download the software, unlock it with a trial key. Software is robust. It was built by a Microsoft programmer who works on the Bing project, primarily because we know Google well. And whenever I pick up new tidbits, I kind of link some information to him. He gets to take it back to Bing, and they get to learn a few new tricks, and it makes them look good. So that's kind of how it's been going. But we've built this up for over 3.5 years now. We're really good. So let me just show you a little proof of that. It's vivodesigns.net. Okay, it just happens to be the name of a company, and they're a home designer in and around St. Paul, Minnesota. It's pretty, and so they work for, I think it's 20 odd cities surrounding them. And one of my guys did a run for them recently, and it just turns out to be a public run. We're allowed to show the results of this, which is extremely uncommon. Most of the time, we never get that opportunity. But in this case, I get to show you the results. Let me show you their front page. You'll see it's a WordPress page, most likely, and it is, or it was, and we converted it to HTML pages and kept right on going with it because we know how to do it. This is all you see, really. There's just some good links to their main pages here. There's some wording all throughout the page. There's not a ton of words on the page, about 700 total. I don't even think that many. And there they sit, right? Now let me show you this. If we do this command, site colon vivodesigns.net, whatever domain you want to put in here. No need for HTTP. Just put the domain name and treat it all as one word. Site colon that company. Okay. They had between 20 and 40 pages on their site to begin with. My guy added about 3,000 more. Okay, so on the first page, they're showing you their main pages, the ones that have been on their site the longest and have the most links pointing in at them. You know, the ones that we want everyone to get to eventually if they're going to continue going through their site, right? These are the main pages with the photo galleries and everything. And why do each of these pages have a right to exist? Because they say different things and they go for different keywords. Okay? Now, let's continue on so we can look deeper and see some MOWG'd pages on their website because this is the majority of them, right? Why do they have a right to exist? And I'll show you a little listing here. What I'm going to say is this. You can create thousands of web pages for any website. Google doesn't mind at all. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're an acupuncturist or you're in Bowen therapy or you're a veterinarian in Richland, Michigan, somewhere between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, yes, you are allowed to have thousands of web pages on your site as long as those pages are aimed at different things, different keyword combinations, different points. They mean something to the viewer. And these are basic rules for it. The page titles are specific to each different keyword search. That's the blueprint. Look at this. There's a keyword, kitchen remodel. And it's cross-referenced with Bloomington, Minnesota. And there's another page that's going to say kitchen remodel that's cross-referenced with this other city here. It's just somewhere in the stack of results. The way they're showing the results isn't in the order. That makes it easiest to see that way. So there's bathroom remodel and that's cross-referenced with every city. Painting is cross-referenced with every city. Property remodel is cross-referenced with every city. And as a result, they show up for the majority of these keyword combinations when you type them into Google. Now, when people are looking for a kitchen remodel job or kitchen remodeling, they're not just going to go to Google and type in kitchen remodeling because that's too generic. They're going to get the book. Same thing, we had a veterinarian ask, can you get us on the front page for veterinarian? And we thought, why? The people who are typing veterinarian aren't looking for you. They're what they're going to get is the book. It's going to be Wikipedia, it's going to be veterinarian schools, directories of veterinarians across the entire nation, but it's very generic. If I need a veterinarian because my family dog is sick, I'm going to type in veterinarian or vet or animal doctor or dog doctor or something like that, and I'm probably going to put my city name in because I'm looking for someone close, right? And that's very, very common. There's so many combinations of words of the organization of this. It can be kitchen remodel Bloomington, kitchen remodel Bloomington MN from Minnesota, kitchen remodel Bloomington Minnesota. That could be another page. And then you have the flip is possible. You can have Bloomington kitchen remodel, Bloomington MN kitchen remodel, Bloomington Minnesota kitchen remodel. Thing is, geo-targeted keywords like Bloomington, Minnesota, Bloomington MN, Bloomington are different keywords according to Google. They're as different as night and day. Why? Because if you type in kitchen remodel Bloomington and you look at the results and then you add an MN to the end and you hit enter and look at the results, many of them are going to change. It will not be the same 10 pages. If you flip the keyword around to have the geo-targeting first, then the keyword, the top 10 results change again. There will be some overlap, but that's just because some guys thought about doing the different combinations. You want to win as many as possible, and you got to hit everyone in their own city where they think to do searches near to them. You know, they would think to do the search for their own city very commonly. Finally, for people who are saying, well, what about the guys who don't do the search for their city? If you happen to be in this city and you just type property remodel, there's a very good chance this page will come up anyway because Google likes to show local results first. And this page is completely optimized to clarify to Google that it is about this city here. And so the keyword matches the city, and that's one factor in Google's big algorithm that helps make your pages show up anyway for people who are in that city. If you're in Little Canada, Minnesota, and you type painting, it's possible that this page could come up on the top 10 just on that. Well, anyway, if you look, the page title are going with the keyword. The meta tag descriptions also go with the same keyword. It also says kitchen remodel Bloomington MN here, just like up there. In this case, bathroom remodel Vannay, Minnesota, it says bathroom remodel Vannay, Minnesota here as well. Okay, same thing, page by page. So each page is, so far what we see is that each page has a right to be up because it's targeting a whole different keyword search. You have the right to create a different page for each different keyword you're after. And that's how that works. Now let's continue. Let's just open two of these pages and tabs next to each other and I'll continue making the point. Go to any two of these pages and they look the same as the main page. They carry the same branding and theme and they look beautiful, and that's good. Okay, they're great for human visitors. But the thing that's amazing about them, if you look carefully, you'll see titles like this: the Elite Kitchen Remodel Bloomington, Minnesota Company. They're not saying they're in Bloomington, they're saying they're the elite guys for Bloomington. They serve Bloomington, they cover Bloomington. Bloomington, Minnesota's in their range of servicing. That's why they can put that up, and they do it because people from there might call them. Yet on another page it says the Elite Bathroom Remodel Vannay, Minnesota Company for that kind of a search that somebody did that caused them to click this page. Okay, so it all starts with a search, and then whatever people click on, they want a page that shows up for all the different keywords like that. Now let's go even further. They're using this header with design, craftsmanship, and pride across the top. Let's look at how that relates. It says design, craftsmanship, and pride on virtually every page anyway. They're sticking with that just to get the content locked down. But if you flip back and forth, you can see instantly that this block of text changes. It changes. That's because the words are different. But if you visit these pages and read them, Here at Vivo Designs, we have custom house builders accessible to aid you so you can bring to life the look and feel you would like for this keyword. Okay? And that one says, here at Vivo Designs, we have custom design teams free to help create the look and feel you need for your bathroom remodel. That's a little bit of wording change, but keep going. Have you been thinking of a plan for your home? Have you come up with an idea for your home? As a professional construction outfit, as a chief custom building business, we bring that notion to reality. We bring that idea to reality. And it continues just like that. Now, this is not just two variations on the theme. Every one of these 3,000 pages, at least 3/4 of the words on the page change, the meaningful words, not a, and, the, in, out, because Google doesn't care about that, but the meaningful words, the adjectives, the adverbs, the nouns, the verbs, the prepositional phrases, they change. But they're readable. They're completely readable. And this is because we know how to control those variables to make the sentences come out right. We build it into our software and made it very, very easy to handle. And this is why, because each page means something to a visitor, it absolutely is valuable for a visitor who comes and looks at it. And so we create all these pages that are completely valuable for the visitors that come and look at them. And the wording, by the way, changes all the way down. I mean, we could continue looking all the way down here. We're going to see the titles change, the content changes, and yet they're completely readable in both cases. Okay, and again, that's for all 3,000 pages. So what was the effect? This company, I don't know if you want to see it or not, it looks pretty cheesy, but this company in the first week, they got enough extra business from this run that they had to put an ad up, and they stuck some ads in Craigslist because they were looking. Let me try to maximize this. Again, it looks like I could have just cheated and put this up myself. Maybe these ads are still there by the time you look at them if you go look, but take a look. This is from that company. You can go and you can look it up and you'll see it's Vivo Designs put this up. February 21st was about a week after the run was done, as the pages were beginning to index and they started to capture more searches. They put an ad out for another carpenter. That's the kind of thing they were getting requests for on the phone, and they realized they needed more people to handle. By March 15th, things had kicked up so hard and they were getting so many calls that they were completely confident about what's going on. Now they didn't just need one carpenter, they need carpenters wanted for steady work, painters wanted for steady work, siders wanted, roofers, plumbers, electricians. They're getting all kinds of keyword combinations from their searches that were bringing them up and getting their phone to ring. Okay, getting the phone to ring. That's the whole point. Get people getting a hold of you, either calling you or emailing you, signing up to your newsletter, watching your intro video, hitting your buy now buttons, whatever it is that you have going on. And that's exactly what I wanted to point out. We create these pages in a white hat fashion. Again, if I bring this thing back up, here's the list real fast. Page titles are straight, meta descriptions are straight, the URLs are specific to the search terms. The URLs for every page involve the keywords. The body of the web page is specific to the terms. The content on the web page, all the wording, is unique but still completely readable in every case. The on-page SEO is done correctly. We can control all those factors, all image tags, link title tags, all of that kind of thing. H1, H2, H3 tags, we control all of it. We can get exact combinations that we want. Number of links on a page that point to other pages on the same site, number of authority links that point out, and whether they're the same authority link or different authority links, page by page by page. Not just that, but our sitemaps. No orphan links. When the Google bots come through, they can find every single page of the site and they're all arranged. What would that remind you of? This is the last thing I want to show you, and I'm done with this, and I'll let you go through the site. But if we go to vivodesigns.net and we go to, trying to figure this out, MOWG-sitemap.html. There we go. Then we see top level links for each time the guy hit the go button to produce more pages. And just to show you what this would look like, if we continue on into the individual sitemaps, look at that. Kitchen remodel, okay, it's vivodesigns.net/ and that's the project name, elite-design22. It's like design 22, whatever it is they're promoting, who knows. But then they're promoting it for what? Kitchen remodel St. Paul, Minnesota. Kitchen remodel St. Paul, Minnesota, but different wording that follows. Kitchen remodel Minneapolis, Minnesota, Edna, Minnesota, Medona Heights. This kitchen remodel for every city that they targeted, followed by bath remodel for every city they targeted, followed by custom tile for every city they targeted, followed by, and you get it now? all the keywords juxtapositioned against all the cities in such a way that they cover the gamut and they get all of these combinations out. What does this remind you of? Should remind you of your biggest competitors' massive websites and why it is that they show up for any combination of wording that somebody would think to type into Google. They have a page perfectly optimized for everything just in case someone in Richfield, Minnesota is looking for bath remodel or custom tile or home restoration or bathroom remodel, where bathroom's one word, or bath dash room remodel, which for Google is like a space, is bathroom remodel. And it is a different keyword to Google than bathroom remodel. Restroom remodel for people who think that way, if they happen to type that in for every single city. So they cover the gamut. We spread the net wide and then let Google sort out which pages fill holes in their algorithms. They throw up 3,000 that they said were good, and the rest they just won't throw up, but we don't care. We can do more keywords with more city states and hit the button again to produce fresh content and let their servers sort through that and decide what to index. Google never bans our sites, never de-indexes our sites, because this kind of thing that you see right here is legitimate. It is white hat. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know this is how you compete with your biggest competitors to show up for all the keywords that you need, and it doesn't matter what you do. Bowen therapist, homeopathy, acupuncturist, financial advisor, roofing contractor, carpet cleaner. These are just some of our clients. Okay, OB-GYN, serving 15 surrounding cities, needs to show up for OB-GYN and obstetrician, and in lots of different keyword combinations that relate to her niche. These things are common, and we're going to show you those front page results, various front page results, in the next video series down. That's this part 1, part 2 here. Worth watching. It'll give you the point. And then anytime you want to try the software out, here's a trial key. Okay, just brings you to the form. Fill it out. We'll send you the trial key and the software and the instructions on how to use it so you can learn to use it yourself. And all the web pages you produce in those 10 days are yours to keep. If you want to jump ahead and produce 300 or 400,000 pages for 20 different things you would like to promote, and then just sort of drip those pages up to Google like 250 pages a week or 1,000 pages a week, you can do it across one or more domains, just whatever you have going for you. Okay, and you can create new domains, put new pages up. You've got 10 days to go as far as you want to understand why the system is white hat and how to master it. If you want us to do a run for you because you don't want to learn all this stuff, we do runs all the time. That's what you see with Vivo Designs. They did not get the software for themselves. They had us do the runs for them. Okay, so you can get it for yourself, and you can create runs for yourself and for your clients, for your friends, for anybody else if you want. And there's no limits to that. We don't stop you on it. We don't ask you for a percentage commission. You get to do those runs for yourself or anybody you want. If you want us to do professional runs for you, there's the link, and it does come with the software and your project files, so you can still learn the software for other things if you want, not just that, but you can just keep hitting the button once a week to produce more content at will. So anybody who asks how many pages do I get for this, the answer is unlimited over time. Essentially, there's no real limits. Throw up 1,000 pages, like Google Index about 815 of them. Next week, throw up another 1,000, like Google Index about 800 of them. Next week, throw up 1,000, maybe Google indexes all 1,000. It's just the way it goes. There's really no limits. And this is huge. We've been at this 3.5 years. As a matter of fact, this chart I almost forgot about. This was my very first client. 400 web pages on their site. It took me 3 months to do the run for them because it was the first time ever. I had to create this idea. And I added 32,000 new web pages to their site, and they went from like 20 to 30 visitors a day to like 1,600 to 2,400 visitors a day, usually around 1,000. Okay, huge. And their company actually asked me to take the pages down because they have promotional apparel, and they were shipping in boxes from China of the t-shirts and the shirts and the caps. they couldn't get the orders in batches large enough. They had to rearrange how they did that, how they ordered it, and they had one guy in the shipping department who was boxing all this stuff. He couldn't keep up, and this whole run was done before Christmas to take advantage of a Christmas rush, and they guaranteed delivery before Christmas Day. They had one FedEx truck, a small one, coming to their shop every day. They couldn't handle it. They had 3 people, I think, in the sales department. They needed to get more people in the sales department. Okay, so they had distribution channel issues, and we actually had to cut back. That was 3.5 years ago, and that's why I got incredibly excited about the system and started to build it and started to even teach other people how to do this for themselves so they can get out of the manufacturing industry, which is dying, and start to learn real skill sets to do real jobs for companies that need them. There's just a massive hole open right now where anyone that knows how to do this stuff legitimately, that's in huge demand. And that's why we do what we do, offer you what we offer. And if you happen to cross us, that's good because we don't do a lot of marketing yet. And so there you go. I mean, we take care of clients one at a time. It usually takes a week per client, so we can only handle 4 or 5 a week, or I'm sorry, 4 or 5 a month per person. But we have a number of people involved now, so we work together as a big team. The guys who are really knowledgeable and in the know, and so we share work, and that's how we can handle more clients at a time. But we work with the best. And in the meantime, we teach you how to do this for yourselves too. And you got a 10-day trial key. You can just check it out for yourself. See what you think. Make sure it's legitimate and real. Make sure you can understand it. See what you think. Beyond that, have fun exploring the site and understanding what's going on. Listen to the webinar. It's really cool. There's a webinar here with 2 guys who did very, very well with this system at one time or another. Got some wild stories to tell. Have fun listening to this. It's long. It's like an hour and a half, but listen to it as you go. It's a really interesting webinar. A lot of people like this. Tools and resources, things you can check out. There's all this stuff here. If you got any questions, get a hold of me if you want. That's support at the website, MOWG-crew.com. Support at MOWG-crew.com. Outside of that, you can call me. And after I answer your first email, you'll have my phone number anyway. So ask away. Ask any questions you want. And let's get together with you, take a look at your project, tell you what we ought to be doing for you or what you can do for yourself, and get you on a roll. Okay? You can really do this, and you can get yourself up on top. And our software is built in such a way that 3.5 years, we just last right through Panda updates, Farmer, Panda, all that kind of thing, algorithmic changes. They benefit us. I just showed you myself on page 2 for website marketing, and I've been climbing there for weeks. Google just did some major algorithmic changes, and our websites rank better or about the same almost always, especially if they're done professionally. They are, because we know how to do it in a white hat fashion. Google likes what we do. It's serious software. All right, have fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for listening. And again, my name's Dave Bennett. If you ever give me a call, you'll recognize my voice on the phone. And other than that, I'm looking forward to working with you one way or another. So I'll see you on the other side. You take care.